Greetings and welcome to this training video about adding elements to your page. Alright, elements are functionalities like text, images, videos, things like that you can add into your pages to build them out and give content to your page. So we've already set up some rows and sections. So now I want to show you how to add the good stuff, the text, the images, and so forth. So let's play around with that. So in this video what we are going to do is we are going to add in an element. Now in order to add an element you need a column. So the first thing we are going to do is in our section we are going to add a row, and let's do a 2-column down here. So let's say you want to add text, so what you'll do is you'll hover over the row and click Add Element. And then you have all these options that you can add. You've got a headline, a subhead, paragraph, a bulleted list, some other elements that or you got a button, you can add a form, you can add videos. You can add images, you can do custom HTML surveys. Calendars you can add in a map. SVG images, reviews. You can have a countdown clock. I'm going to show you what all these different ones do just to kind of give you a feel for what you are getting into when adding elements. So what we are going to do is we are going to select an element. So we selected headline and notice that it put that element onto the page. If you want to add additional elements in this row, what you can do is hover over the one that you just did and click the plus button, and that'll bring up your element adder here. And you can just add in additional ones. Maybe you want to have a subhead, maybe you want to add in an image. Maybe over here in this section you wanted to add a video, or you wanted to add in let's do a countdown, so you can see that you can add all these elements to build out your pages. If you build out the basic structure of your rows and how you kind of want to lay it out, then you can go back and really edit each section to make it look great. So let's add a button to this. We'll click the plus again, and we'll add a button so you can see focus on the functionality first, then the design second. Don't worry if things look ugly at first, you're going to get better at it. You're going to become a better designer. You're going to become a better creator. And so really it's just about finding what looks good on the page and editing that in. So let's go over some of these other elements. Let's add some more in here and see what all they do. So if I go to add element, we can see some of this other functionality. We've got reviews, so you can add a customer review section. We've got a timer. If you want to have a timer be counting down. If you want to have a day timer where it's adding up. If you want to have a navigation menu, you can have something like that for maybe up closer to the top of the page. You can add in those. We can add an order form. I know this looks ugly right now, I'm just kind of showing you the different elements that you can add to the page. Let's see what's some that we haven't done here. We got a form and a survey. You can add in a calendar, so we have to build one to add it in. You can also add in things like forms. We don't have any forms created yet. Actually we do, so we can add that one in, so you see you can kind of build up this content to be what's all you want to display. So that's how you add elements to a page. Play around with these and test them out, try them out for yourself. Just remember that once you add something to a page, it's going to add the placeholder. So what you want to do is select it and then play with these settings like Fang. Play around with them, move them around on the page, get familiar with all the different settings to kind of play around with it. So you can add borders, you can add shadows to them. Those are all little things that add more to your page. So play around with the elements, add them into your page. Be sure to click on them and change the settings to kind of reflect how you want it to look on the page. But just add some in, play around with them, change colors, change space, change margins, just to kind of move things around on the page to get a feel for building out your elements in the future. Thanks for listening to this video about adding elements to your page. For more videos like this, or to make a request for additional training videos, please go to the main menu and add a comment ticket.